Hey, I made you something.
Woohoo.
It's a gift. Here. Totally, in all ways, irrelevant to what was going on. I made this, you know, out of the kindness and love of my heart. Because, you know.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with anything. Why are you holding a gun?
I have gifts too. Many gifts. Many pointy little gifts.
Greetings from the land of OP. I'm Rob the OPGamer, and I would normally be bringing you episode number 13 from within the game, but instead, in the middle of post-edit from last episode, when I was getting ready to render the video, found out it ended up being like an hour long, so this episode is going to start on a loading screen, and I am going to be launching into episode 12, part 2, where we're going to finish up the crazy-ass sorting system and free loots that we started last episode. So, without further ado, let's resume the video and get right into it. Hype! Alright guys, so we got a lot of this infrastructure going on. Xavier had to move this down here. For anybody that may have been confused by the beginning clip of the episode, I blew some shit up. And, Xavier had just moments ago told me, he's like, yeah, don't put shit in the pressure chamber and leave it because it'll blow up. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then I'm like, okay, I'll be right back. And then before I did, I put some fuel in there to get some pressure going, and then I went to run to the microwave. I wasn't gone 2 minutes. Seriously, I wasn't gone 120 seconds, and something blew up. Like, that was no fucking joke, and he was mad because I blew up this piece right here, the assembly controller. It exploded, and I had to make a new one for him. And he's like, that's one of the most expensive pieces, son of a bitch. I'm like, sorry, well, I shouldn't be left alone because I do stupid shit like that, so...
Cool.
But we had to move everything down here anyways, so I made him that pressure valve to, so now I can't blow shit up so much, because it'll depressurize.
Exactly.
So I need to make another tesseract to complete the build.
If it is actually letting up enough pressure.
Might have to make another one or two. So basically what we got is, I completed everything upstairs. I'll just show you guys that really quick. So this is all set to go, basically. This is kind of a pain in the ass. These omnidirectional hoppers will catch everything off the sieves, and it feeds it down this pipe, which I actually have to upgrade those so they pull out automatically. This tesseract here is on frequency 2, which is now auto-smelt. It's going to send everything downstairs that goes into the tesseract. But these are all whitelisted to only accept broken ores, crushed ores, and the ore dust. So they're all whitelisted. They're only going to accept those things. And those are the only things that can go down there. So the sorting system isn't going to send stuff up here at all. It's just going to do its thing. But the sieve tables will only take those, and everything else that isn't those will just continue down to the sorting system and get sorted, is the idea. So that's all set to go there. And it'll only catch the ores and send them downstairs to get automatically smelted. And then I strung a cable here, a power cable, up through the wall, and I covered it with wood plank covers. See this? Wood plank cover. And that actually goes down through here, and it goes down to the corner of the building down there, and it goes all the way along here, and then it's going to end up going downstairs, and it goes to the floor to the back here behind this guy. So if I dig through here, you can see that I ran this up there. Cool? So that's how we're going to get power up there, and that's how that's going to work out. I just need one more tesseract to complete this build, and we're not quite there yet. So almost, but not quite. So once those items come down here, once I start up the sieve tables, everything will come down here, and I'm going to put an auto packager back here with one of these diamond chests I made. It'll auto package all those crushed ores and pulverized ores into blocks.
It looks like it's keeping up okay.
Which will, cool, good news. Which will feed into these guys. These are set to automatically pull out here. We're going to put these hoppers I made underneath, and the hoppers will be able to pull out the blocks of smelted iron and stuff like that, iron and copper ores and whatever else. So the auto package back here probably, and then fed to these two smelteries. We're going to put like gold and tin and aluminum and nickel in this one, and then we're going to put the other ones in this one. so that nothing will mix and make alloys. We'll just store the raw metals. And the high oven is going to be the last in the line. It's going to receive all the dust ores. And by that I mean it can triple output, but only for dust ores, so the pulverized stuff. It can't do the broken ores, and it can't do the crushed. It can only do pulverized, and only if they're in block form. That's why the auto packager is going to be down there. So we'll get triple output from most things, and double from everything else. And we'll have one more auto chest with an auto packager in the end of the line, probably over here in this wall, that will receive all the. It'll receive the blocks from here. Actually, we won't even need an auto packager. We'll just need, there'll be a block, so it'll be going to casting basins. These guys will be whitelisted, so it'll only take certain metals, and then we can just pull out liquid all the time and get them cast. And then there'll be last tesseract in the line to send the blocks of metals that have been cast up to get sorted, so we'll have infinite loots. So that's the idea. Give us a few minutes to finish up, guys. We'll be back. Alright, guys, I keep showing this because we're over time on this episode, and I'm just trying to get this fucking wrapped up, because I gotta go to the store. I got shit to do this tonight.
I'm back.
Welcome back. And I'm just trying to get this done, but I keep complicating shit. So here's how this works out. Had to make another fucking tesseract, but I just couldn't get the power cables to cooperate, because I needed power to this guy and I needed power to this guy, so I just made another tesseract. He's only bringing in power. And he is also bringing in power, but he's also doing the send items thing. So what happens is, this is on 2 from the auto smelter above, and it's going to receive all those crushed stuff that we were looking at. It's going to dump into this chest, which is going to get auto packaged by this guy, which is going to then dump it in this chest, which is then going to get pulled out by this guy, which I've already upgraded, and it's going to run this line right here. And I'm going to whitelist this guy so that he only accepts certain of those crushed ores, right? So he's going to take, so he's going to be whitelisted to only accept 4 blocks of the gold, copper. I'll just show it in a second, but he's going to be accepting 8 different blocks, 4 of the crushed ore and 4 of the broken ore. And then that's going to be 8, because we can only hold 9 things in here. And then over here, he is going to be blacklisted to only accept, or to not accept, the things that this guy accepts. So basically, he's only going to take certain things, and everything else that passes by here is, certain things won't be able to go in there because it'll be more than 9. So it'll be whitelisted and blacklisted on this guy. And then by the time everything makes it down here, it's just going to be the sand and stuff. So that'll be a thing. And then that should basically allow everything else. And then we're going to put hoppers underneath these guys and send this. This is the item frequency for sending back to the storage unit. So it gets, this is ore input. It receives stuff in here. It gets high smelted, gets cast, and then goes in here as ingot form, which gets packaged and sent in the storage unit. So the blocks basically all end up going there eventually. So these casting tables, once we actually get the, we get the hoppers in here. So it's going to be one of these kind of things. I'm going to get up here, and actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to get into this guy, and let's grab, sure, these are fine. We'll grab these, and I'm going to put here, and here, and actually no, I'm not going to use those. They don't really match. These are fine. And then we'll grab these guys, and it's going to go like here to separate, right? And then what'll happen is up in the back, the hoppers are all going to touch each other. They're going to touch each other. All inappropriate like. And everything's going to come out this way. I'm going to run a cable probably through this side. I'm going to come back around here and then dump into this chest, because that's the sorting unit, so that'll be fine. Cool, clear as mud. So we'll get that going. So give us another second or two, guys. So something like this. We just right-click them against each other. That way they can put to the next one. So he'll drop down to there and feed it to the next hopper, which feeds it to the next hopper, which feeds it to the next hopper, like that. See? And then I can get down here, and we can put sand, hey, just to keep the floor nice and uniform, like so. And we'll get these guys like that, and then this last guy dumps into this pipe, right, which is going to come this way, and we got to dig down here a little bit, going to come across here. Like so. And then we're going to come over here. And I'm actually going to come up from underneath, because that will make a little bit less impact. It'll look a little less shitty, in my opinion, I guess I should say. So we'll grab one of these, and I'll make a few more of these covers. There we go. And we'll string this cable like... There we go. Right along the underside of this guy. And we're going to get one of these there to separate those, and he'll go straight into the sorting system like so. And then we can just cover these up. It'll look a little shitty because we're not using the right kind of cobblestone really to completely cover that, but hey, it'll look alright. There we go. And whoop, shit. Don't want to cover that up completely, otherwise you won't be able to get items through there, obviously. And another set of covers. Right there, and right there. And that'll be good that. And then we'll cover up these guys. There we go. And then I'm going to actually need a few more than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, and a hollow one. So we'll do 2 more of these. There we go. We'll get a hollow cover really quick for underneath that chest. Like so. Oh, wait, no, we don't want hollow ones of those. We want hollow ones of these guys. I'd like things to match a little bit. I mean, Jesus. Fuck, Rob. Figured the decor out already. There we go. And then we can cover... Actually, we need 2 more of those non-ones. We can just convert these straight back over. Bam and bam. And bam. There we go. So, the floor should look completely finished now. Weird tiles in certain areas just because the way that those covers work out, because the covers don't connect textures, but hey, at least everything looks good and it kind of goes in a nice circular fashion. Everything should be alright, but I still have to whitelist these guys. So let me get those whitelisted and we'll be back one more time. Alright, just about done with this shit, guys. It took for fucking ever because, yeah, it took for fucking ever. So every single one of these buckets, every single one of these has been whitelisted. Like, I just did copper. This one is platinum, apparently. Lead. And we can reach this one. This one's silver. Back here is molten tin. Back here is gold. And then in the far back, we've got aluminum, we have nickel, and we have iron. So basically, this whole thing's done. It took a long time melting up enough shit to get all the buckets going, but we finally did. So this is tin, we'll put that there. This is iron, we'll put that there. This is molten nickel. Do I have nickel even in here? Probably not. Whatever. I guess it doesn't really matter, but... here's lead. Here's shiny. Wait, that's over here. Copper is right there. Aluminum is not present at the moment. Gold is not present at the moment. And silver is over here. Cool, so I got all these whitelisted, bro. And then down here, the way I got around this was... Because we have 18 things to sort, but 10 on one, 10 on the other if we keep them together. But here's on this side, I've got aluminum, ore gravel, and ore sand. Nickel, ore, gravel, and sand. Gold ores, gravel, and sand. Tin ore, gravel, and sand. And platinum ore, sand. Okay? Now that's whitelisted there. And then on this side, it's copper, ore, and sand, silver, ore, and sand, lead, ore, and sand, iron, ore, and sand, and platinum ore, gravel. Because I figured the platinum won't mix with anything on either side. That seem reasonable?
Yep.
So I explained this a little bit on camera already, but basically shit comes out of this tesseract, which is upstairs on the sorting system, gets put in this chest, gets auto-packaged into this chest, which has a pipe underneath of it that goes this way. It gets whitelisted here, and then it comes over here, it gets whitelisted here, and then it comes over here and lands in here if it's neither of those things, which should be all the dust ores, all the pulverized dust ores that can be tripled. So everything else is just going to be the pulverized ores, which will get fed into this thing and smelted and cast and dumped into this chest, which will get turned into blocks, because we're ingoting these, because we only have one ingot table here. So that'll get broken into blocks by this auto packager and put in the sorting system. Whereas this stuff, all of these are whitelisted for their metals to come out of these smelteries, and they will hit their own casting bases because all these fluid ducts are whitelisted. There's hoppers underneath, and there's another item duct that goes over here and comes all the way around the back and goes also into the sorting tesseract over here.
Awesome.
Does that all seem reasonable?
Yeah. We may want to upgrade the high oven at some point to output faster and more, but for now, this looks good.
That's your job.
Yep, I'll do the upgrades.
I just make things work and potentially go nuts and blow things up, and then you come through and make them pretty and function properly. I didn't even know where you were. Like, I heard the gun go off, like that clip from when I handed you the thing, but I was like, I didn't see where you were. Like, I didn't realize you were being Sniper McMage up there. Like, I was looking around like, huh, what shots? Shots fired! Shots fired! But how's it look? Seriously. Seriously.
Yeah, looks good. I'm eager to see how this thing will work.
That took so many hours. So basically everything's all done down here to receive the lewts, and everything upstairs is all done up here to create the lewts, so everything should be ready to rock and roll. You excited?
I am. Can we fire this thing up?
Would you like to do the honors?
Nah, go for it.
Oh, well then give me that back. All I have to do is connect the power. I already strung it through the wall. Doink.
I sense a lack of power.
That should not be the case. No, the cable goes all the way down. Might be taking a few minutes to fill up the cables. That happens sometimes. Let's see. This guy is outputting... Oh, I got it. There we go. So that was a little bit of a anticlimactic glitch, but now they're running. So we got sand, we got gravel, and we got dust, and everything should be now creating. And I have already realized an issue.
What's that?
Actually, I realized two issues. Number one, I don't have the barrels set up downstairs to accept ore blocks. So all these barrels right here that are ingots should probably be changed to blocks. And number two is it looks like a lot of the shit that should be getting whitelisted is not being whitelisted. It's just going downstairs and getting sorted. Let me watch for a second though, just to make sure on that. Nope, that was coal and charcoal. That was an emerald. Blaze, flint. Oh, no, it looks like it's whitelisting everything properly. Never mind. That's probably... Keep an eye on that while I'm gone at the store, because I really have to log off now, and this episode is over long anyway. So keep an eye on if shit's actually getting whitelisted properly, because it looks like it is, but then it looks like it's not out the corner of my eye. So I think the right things are going in the right places, but just, you know, keep an eye out. But yeah, these are all totally doing their thing. So these cobblestones being ground into cobblestone, which is then being turned into gravel, which is then being turned into sand.
I'll be watching the auto wars in all its glory.
which is then being turned into dust for sorting. These guys should be being kept full of cobblestone, but apparently... Oh, my God. I hope that wasn't actually... How do I set this to only go a certain way? Because it's connecting to this hopper, and I think cobblestone might be going in there.
You'll probably have to put a cover in the way.
Oh, okay. I can do that. Let's see. Here's the cover. We'll do that. Good enough. I don't see cobblestone coming in quick enough, though. Oh, it's being made pretty quick, but I don't think it's enough to keep up, so I'm going to make another one of these. I'll have to make more speed upgrades later, though. So we'll put that there. And we'll put that there.
You know, we could probably do a mining upgrade on these, and that should make the cobblestone faster.
Oh yeah, I only did speed upgrades for transferring, so that, yeah, mining upgrade probably be better. Yeah, that would definitely be probably good. Alright, so, but anyway, it looks like it's working. I mean, let's look over here at the smeltery and see how this autopacker's doing. It's not working at all.
Oh, it's because it goes from left to right, not right to left.
I didn't realize there was a directional orientation requirement.
There is.
We'll place it down from back here then. There she blows. I think I missed that block right there. Yeah, I did.
Well, we got some compressed cobble going somewhere.
Yeah, that was when the cobble was getting into the place. So that's going to come up the system.
Where's that going to end up?
Well, it's not... Oh, I fell in the thing. Damn. That is going to end up down here somewhere because they're not whitelisted in the smelteries.
Ah, I see it. It's ending up in the high oven thing.
Yeah. But it looks like my sorting's working, so this should all be getting melted down and turned into... sucked into their casting basins any moment here. So this is working at least. And then if it goes left to right... That means this should already be set up correctly then, right? Because it's gonna... This is the... it takes from this chest and puts in here. This should be good here.
Yeah.
Sweet. This is totally working.
Where was the silver? The silver ore gravel supposed to go? Over here, yeah?
Yeah, no, this one. I believe. Because gold's in the other one. Yeah, this one's silver.
We're ending up with some stuff in that chest over there.
Silver ore gravel.
It's not supposed to be making it all the way over there.
No, it's not.
It might be overflow.
It might be. We might need to make these taller. But there's still room up here, so I don't know. But there's totally metal in these basins, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
It looks kind of pretty too. Well, it looks like there might be a few tweaks to work out, but seriously, I'm out of time, so I really need to wrap this up. I'm going to pose right here in front of these smelteries for everybody's sake. Actually, I'll pose both places because I know people love to take screenshots. Save as your wallpaper. That's kind of been my running joke forever. Xavier gets to work out the kinks while I run away.
Par for the course.
Par for the course indeed. I'm going to go upstairs for a second. And we'll get one of these. It looks nice up here, though. Anyways, everything should be good. Proof of concept, if nothing else. I hope everybody had an OP time. Make sure to like, favorite, follow, subscribe, Hitbox, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, /Rob the OPGamer. Peace.